some band members. My name is Betty, and you are the audience, yes? So I show you, and you do, okay? We try, okay? Yes, exactly, clap, clap. Slovenian for applause. Okay, this side. Can we try this side, please? Clap, clap. Yeah, you're very good, guys. Okay, and this side, please. Okay, and now let's try all together. Wonderful. Okay, so this is applause. When somebody does something, we clap, right? Then we have ovation, yes, ovatia, which means bigger clap, 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 clap. Yes, and also, woo, beautiful. Yes, and if you really like it, then you have stojeća, meaning standing ovation. Let's try also this, all together. Wow. Yes, perfect. And then, when you really like something, you do this. Okay, let's go. No, wait. Sorry. You do this. Bravo! Wonderful, guys. Yes. Oh. Psst. No, without sound. Tishina means silence, so let's try. Psst. No, seriously. Psst, psst. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? I hear something. You hear this, right? Yeah? Yes, just a moment. Faster. Yes. Come here. Yes. Come. And yes. We are missing Jaga. Do we have Jaga here? Jaga? You Jaga? Come, please. Yes. Come. Okay. Here. You have Jaga. Oh, no? Okay, wait. Put this on. Yes. And... Go. Here, yes. Talk. Of course, more. Clap. Come on.
A community is a group of people sharing a common goal. Is it true? Yeah. But we are much more than that. Do you agree? Yeah. Everyone here has contributed so much passion, dedication, and love to make this event happen. I would like to thank to all committee members, especially Alexander. Please get up. Shannon. Laze, Aurelian, Ana Ines, Elena, Rachel, Miha, Clement, and Joe. And our amazing Hermiona Terry as a sponsor chair. And a super huge thanks to our speakers fairy, Mira. And Docentric, community first, community friendly, at Microsoft ISV partner. Everybody get up from Docentric. And I would like to hear from every single one of you feedback about the conference. So find me in the next 2 days, and we'll make next year even more fun. Thank you.
sky, you'll get by if you smile through your pain and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just bright up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. So sorry. Yes, are there any hosts? Can they please help us out? Little Donna, maybe? Yes. Of course. Yeah, thank you guys.
Good, how are you?
Fancy meeting you up here.
No, funny seeing you here.
I know, I like your outfit.
Well, yeah, I made an effort.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got my glasses.
So, did anyone warn you about this keynote until, why are you wearing those? Oh,
Magical.
He was really serious. Did anyone warn you about this keynote, or is this just a fun surprise? Or?
This is a complete, other than our names being on the screen, complete surprise.
Okay, so I guess this is how you do keynotes in Slovenia. It's new information for me, but cool, yeah. Love that.
I mean, it's definitely the most unique keynote I've seen.
This is true. How many of you think this is the most unique keynote you've ever seen? Yeah? Where's that applause sign? Do you think these people will let us join their band?
I really want to join the band.
I really want to join their band, but I don't know how to play anything except like a triangle. Do you think they have a triangle?
Yeah, we have a triangle.
And I can play like a squeaky chicken. So
Can you play a squeaky chicken?
if they've got a squeaky chicken,
Here,
This is going great.
triangle.
Oh. Okay.
Like
they
this.
really have a squeaky chicken.
Yeah.
So we have our roles. Good.
Yes, hold it like this. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, we have actual work to do, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know there's famous people here?
There is. So let's announce.
Do you wanna tell them?
Yes, we'll tell them
Okay.
exactly who
it's
the.
the most famous duo of the 80s.
Now, I've not seen this duo perform together since they lip-synced Ice Ice Baby live on stage. So they've asked me, they insisted that I introduce them like this. We have Mike Baby and Georg Hammer.
How's your rap skills going, Georg?
We'll involve in this keynote, but
Yes.
you get started.
I get started. I think we asked ChatGPT to write the script for the keynote a few hours ago, and so far so good, which is going to be perfect. So we do want to talk to you a little bit about Dynamics and Microsoft. We're both here representing. And we do want to talk about how things are sort of going to be a little bit different. I think this is a good expression about how the world changes. Let's see if this is going to actually work. What, first performance? All right, can somebody help me with advancing the slides? There we go. Okay, maybe I just click it enough times it happens. So certainly, if you look at the space of ERP and CRM, things have changed a lot over the last 40 years, but a lot of the core experiences have been pretty much the same. So if these slides would go on, I would sort of talk to you about it. No worries, I got this. So fundamentally, people used to work on mainframes. These are terminals. This is a call center back from the 1960s. And what people did was, they basically took calls. They write in, hey, the customer said this. They typed in a little bit into a database. They'd go back later. They'd check the database. The person would call back. They'd enter it. Somewhat not too different than how sort of CRM works today. If you zoom in a little bit forward into the 80s, or maybe the 90s, you would see people on PCs that have client-server apps. The experience would be a little bit more modern, a little bit more graphical, a little bit more exciting, but still fundamentally the same. Now in a Windows app, they'd be typing it in, and maybe on a Mac, and it'd be a little bit prettier. You zoom a little bit further into the 2000s, 2010s. We moved to the web. We moved to the internet. Again, the slides would probably go into the animations. And yes, you can see the computers here, and you kind of go forward, people working together, but still it was kind of fundamentally the same sort of activities. But really, we think we are at an inflection point. We really do think the future is going to be different, and that business apps are going to look differently over the next decade. And so we really think that this is a time much more similar to what we saw with those big advances, with going from mainframes to PCs, PCs to the internet. You can go back a slide if you want to. Doesn't matter. This is fine. I'll talk to it. From sort of the internet to mobile. This is kind of a big moment. And you look at some of these headlines, it might be a little bit hard to read here, but what we're seeing with this sort of new AI revolution is quite incredible. Certainly ChatGPT, the fact that I can pass the bar exam or the medical exam in the US gives me a little bit of stress sometimes about that. But it's certainly a transformational technology. And I think the text on the screen says pretty accurate. We're really in a new era. This idea of sort of big AI, transformational AI, generative AI is going to change the way we work. And Georg and I are going to show you a little bit about how that's going to work out. So I'll hand it over to Georg.
Thank you, Mike. Fantastic intro. I think it needs some applause. And I guess you will all agree we need AI to make this much more professional here. Oh, perfect. It's still human. Let's break it now down to our portfolio, basically what Mike framed as setting the stage, and our vision for ERP is basically to provide the technology which is intelligent, composable, and infuses what we call artificial intelligence, automation, and analytics into every business process. And the reason why we're doing is to enable collaboration and productivity. So we call it like the 3 A's of innovation: AI, automation, and analytics. And why are we doing that? 3 simple reasons. Our customers, they need a platform for rapid innovation. And the reason is, things are changing faster and faster, but they're not only changing faster, they're also more complex. So what the second thing our customers need is, how can we connect people together to business processes, because these complex things can only be solved in collaboration. And the third one and the last one is, how do we connect these data silos together, the enterprise to this data, and enable what we call like insights to actions, or just making decision-making simulation much more efficient. So that's our vision for ERP. Very simple for you to remember: 3 A's, artificial intelligence, automation, analytics. And let's have a look now how this will be applied for Business Central first. So Mike, back to you.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hopefully with a...
Yes. I think someone afterwards, if you recorded what he said, just go to ChatGPT and say, re-say that in the style of MC Hammer, and I'll be curious to see what comes out of that. And yes, we do have a clicker that's working. So Business Central, so in the ERP space, Microsoft does have 2 products. Business Central is our flagship for sort of the SMB space, and Finance and SCM are our flagship for the enterprise and upper mid-market. And in Business Central, we've done some very interesting early investments. You'll see a little video here showing some of the work that we've done with generative AI. And so in this case, I have a product. It's a new product that we're creating, and I want to generate marketing text. I want to have text that's actually going to be on Shopify on our e-commerce site. In this UI, I can just take information already in Business Central, attributes about the product, what it's made out of, what materials, and it'll actually generate. So in this case, it's actually going and generating marketing text just based on the attributes that I already have. And you can see I can change things like make it more upbeat. I can decide whether I want to focus on technology or innovation or whatever is relevant. And again, AI is actually doing this in the background, or actually not in the background, with the user as sort of a co-pilot, actually creating and generating this text. This is available now, so if you're a BC partner out there, go in and enable it on your customers' tenants, enable it on your sandbox. You can create it. It's a really sort of a fascinating way to see how a task that sounds relatively simple, like creating text for a product that you're going to put, in this case, on a Shopify site. But if you're doing it for 10 products, for 100 products, maybe in 15 different languages, it's an incredibly powerful tool to let you do that, and do that in a very sort of fast and efficient fashion. As Georg said, we have AI. The second A, yes, so you get the A's here, is automate. And with automation, it really takes all those capabilities with AI and lets you create these business processes. And so if I want to make it easy to create something, I can now just say, hey, create me a workflow where if it's over $10,000, Georg has to review it. And if it's less than $10,000, then I guess Mike Ice Baby can review it right there. Again, having this stuff really have that simplicity, that ease of use. We've talked about automation for years. We have these capabilities, but how do we bring it available and make it more accessible to more people? And then analysis, certainly taking all that data and actually having actions, having insights. You could probably add a few more A's to the list of things that we have on that list. So here's just an example of a new capability in Business Central, or right in the browser you can do things that might be hard to see on the screen, but I'm now able to group and pivot on data, sort, filter, look at the views, do the analysis the way that I want to do, really working in a more efficient manner. And so we're really investing to make sure that the customers, the end users and the partners, the business consultants can do things fast, efficient, they can get the AI, they can get that automation, ultimately have the analysis, and ultimately have the actions and insights that they need. So I'll hand it over to Georg and talk a little bit about F&O.
That's the part where I'm allowed to hold the clicker.
Yes.
So let's look now at finance and supply chain. I think everybody knows Mike, Mr. Business Central, but now let's go a little bit up market into upper medium and no, it's not meant in...
He's also a little taller as well.
Yeah, that's a little taller. This was not meant in a negative way. Come on. So who is here from Business Central? Okay. The first thing I learned is, know your audience. I guess I failed on this one. Okay, for the small audience who is interested in finance and supply chain. The first A, you can maybe see, I changed the A to augmented intelligence instead of artificial, because Copilot is trying really to help humans to be better, faster in decision making. So I think that's a really important distinction. And in the context of finance and supply chain, let me start maybe with a prediction. As I think in the next 3 to 5 years, every ERP profession will have a Copilot, which is between essential and important in helping humans to make better decisions. Are we there yet? Many will say, maybe not. But if you look at the last 6 to 12 months, the enhancements AI has done, it's pretty amazing. So I'm really convinced it's here to stay and adding a lot of value. And I think at the end, what artificial intelligence is trying to do is to help to break what we call this linear relationship between revenue growth and growth of employees. And I think Microsoft itself has shown, which has done already 2 or 3 years of research in AI, specifically in finance, how you can basically keep your organization flat, also more productive, but revenue is growing. So we're just at the beginning of this transformation, but we have already lined up a really nice portfolio. We have done a hackathon with 200 engineers over 2 days, a portfolio of 50 ideas and solutions we have already provided. You see one in the background, how Copilot can help project managers to auto-generate a project management summary, or how to generate a project risk report, or how to help with the invoicing process. Similar examples in supply chain, in HR for recruitment, or in finance for compliance. So a lot of good stuff coming. I think our next AI moment for ERP is June 15, so more to come here. So let's look now at the second A, automation. You see this is if you're... Sorry for that, I think, was this me or was this magic? Here we are. I wanted to use this very simple MyTexture slide, our beautiful platform we all built on. As we have finance, HR is our core capabilities, but then we have product-centric capabilities with supply chain, with procurement for industries like manufacturing, like retail, and then also our service-centric capabilities for professional services, financial services, with project operations, and indirect procurement. And we brought everything together on one platform, and that's basically the paradise for automation. You know, we have Project Fusion, it's a code name, but maybe a couple of you know about it. We brought HR back on the F&O platform to get all the benefits. We delivered already the whole invoice automation. How do you bring an invoice into the system? How do you get the invoice through the system? Now we are doing basically things in the whole year-end closing process. How can we help specifically these very manual processes for the reconciliation of ledgers or of bank accounts? And last but not least, also a lot of things coming in the space of expense management, you know, with our OCRs in the web application, but also in the mobile things. So a lot of good things coming. And let's look at the last A, analytics, and that's a really big one. And just again, wanted to use this slide, but now we are a level higher. And maybe you remember we acquired Minit, a process mining company here in Europe. I hope many of you maybe know this company. We acquired Suplari, a company which delivers insights and insights engine for spend analytics. We have business performance analytics in public preview. So we're bringing all these layers together and putting on top of our business applications. And I think this value of AI analytics is one of these untold stories, and therefore I wanted to maybe drill a little bit deeper just into this layer. And looks like a complicated slide, but it's not really if you go layer by layer. So we have the applications who are sending the data in the data lake. Of course, can also be third-party data, but then comes I call it the first layer of beauty. We have built these analytical models on top. You know, the basic ones like procure to pay, order to cash, record to report, but I think here partners and customers, of course, can also create their own models. Partners who have domain knowledge, I know, in law firms, in professional services, or maybe experts in construction. So there is a whole layer where these models can be extended. And then on top, in the user phases, everybody knows Power BI, Excel, with copilots for process data, with Copilot for data, and then, of course, infused with collaboration tools, productivity tools, extensibility, and then at the end, the layer of integrated planning where we're bringing finance, supply chain, sales, marketing together for simulations and planning. So these are the three things, the 3 A's of innovation. I know we repeat them many times, so I think you know it already. It's the first A. Can you help me? What is the first A? Artificial intelligence. I heard one saying it. Great. The second one? Automation. The third one? Analytics. That's how we help our customers to innovate in ERP. Thanks to you, and back to... Back to you. Bravo.
Can I just come here? Yes, yes. You give me that.
Go in the saints.
Go in the saints.
Go marching in.
Go marching in.
Go in the saints. Go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to but oh, when the band stop.
So Matt,
So,
don't quit our day jobs, yes?
no.
Right.
I don't think I can do anything with a chicken.
No. Maybe, hopefully we have day jobs to not quit after this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I'm glad my
ca-
boss isn't here.
I get asked this question a lot. Like, what is the weirdest thing you've seen at a conference? I'm like, never thought I'd be leading an audience and playing the Saints Go Marching In with the triangle. It was up there on those life things I didn't think I'd do.
Definitely not.
Do you want to see some magic?
I do. I've heard there's a very good sorceress that's going to do a talk. That's
It's
what I've
not
heard.
us, right?
No. I've heard the hardest magic trick that this person has to do is stand still while speaking today because the microphone's there. I've heard that's the hardest trick she's going to have to do.
All right. Do you want to introduce her to the audience? And who follows her?
Yes. So I think we need to stamp our feet and clap our hands for Monique Hayward. And it will be followed by Roger.
We see the business applications market exploding right now. As a Microsoft
And then
partner
following
that's focused
Monique,
on the
another
manufacturing
special guest
industry,
that she's going to
Dynamics
introduce.
365
Monique,
really
come on
helps
up.
us differentiate ourselves. We see the business applications market exploding right now. As a Microsoft partner that's focused on the manufacturing industry, Dynamics 365 really helps us differentiate ourselves with our customers. If you think about the work that's been done around collaboration, AI, sales and marketing, and connected experience, these are the things that our customers are asking for.
Dynamics 365 for supply chain has been one of our foundational products of growing our practice because we can leverage things like Power Platform, Azure Data, and really help them build a complete solution, not just replace the ERP. We're able to leverage so much pre-built from the common data model, from Dataverse, using Power Apps, using Power BI, and bringing that solution together in a rapid deployment that our customers see value in weeks, not months or years.
With the Power Platform, we are seeing unprecedented growth in terms of low code, no code momentum, and Power Platform is helping us deliver some of these solutions at a much faster pace. Power Platform enables us to address many challenges by providing a one-stop cloud-ready solution. All the components of Power Platform essentially help us to create a motion of idea to code, code to cloud under the speed of light.
The fact that we do not only have Dynamics, but we also have Azure, we have Power Apps, we have Teams, we have Power BI, and that all together create the foundation on top of which we found the ideal environment to build our solutions.
AKQA as a digital services agency is focused on the integration of customer experiences and technology. When orchestrating rich and relevant customer experiences, you need to be able to bring together what you know about a customer and be able to engage with them either in the moment or at the relevant time. What we love about Dynamics 365 Customer Experience Platform is it provides the ability to easily tap into this segmentation and data capability and to be able to act on it either in real time or in a contextually relevant moment for the customers of our brands.
Dynamics 365 customer service, along with the industry cloud solutions, allows us to come to the customer alongside Microsoft with solutions that already have thought through the use cases that are meaningful to them. So whether it's in the financial industry or in the healthcare industry or even in nonprofit or education, it really resonates with them.
Innovation is going at a speed that has not been seen before. Dynamics 365 really allows us to bring KPMG's leading practice to an application that enables true configuration now, but also as a business grows in the future. I think the power of the Dynamics 365 platform now is really only limited by what you can imagine it can do to help the organization.
All right, get your hands up, everybody. Yes. Matt's right, I have a hard time standing still here, so I'm going to do my best to make sure that I bring the energy that I always bring and still, not be too terribly distracting, because this has been, like we've been saying, one of the most unique keynote situations that I've certainly been in. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I did was to, communicate just how incredibly honored and privileged our team from Microsoft is to be here with all of you in person in Slovenia. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm here to represent the partner business, and all of you who are partners, hands up to you, because you are the ones who are empowering organizations around the world to achieve more. And partnering with us at Microsoft, we are excited to offer you this amazing opportunity for growth and innovation. As MC Hammer and Ice Baby over here said, we have amazing opportunities around AI that are going to transform the way that we do business. And we know that we cannot do it without you as our partners. Business applications continues to grow and prosper, and without our partners, we could not be as successful as we are. So thank you so much for being on this journey with us. Thank you. This is a huge opportunity, as you saw in the video, partners who are talking about all of the amazing business that they are able to bring to their customers and to deliver solutions that are truly transformative. This is a $140 billion TAM, and there isn't a single company who is going to capture all of that. So we know that Microsoft is going to show up and show out when it comes to making this money, y'all, don't you think? And so with that being said, I want to leave you with my heartfelt thanks, continuing to invest in this ecosystem, because we know that without you, Dynamics 365 and Power Platform would not be nearly as successful as it is. Now, save the date for Inspire. That's coming up in the next couple of months in the middle of July. And with that being said, I want to welcome my colleague, Roger Gilchrist.
Thank you, everyone, and it's a real pleasure to be here. Just building on what Monique said around how important our partners are to us, we want to talk to you about how we are investing in that success. Because it's all very well us talking about, and I'm doing the Monique trick and moving around as well, it's all very well us having all these innovations on a product. It's all very well us trying to drive that, but unless we help you actually land that and deliver that value to our customers, ultimately none of us win. And so that's where my team comes in Fast Track, and what we're there to do is help make sure that we deliver that value and that success for our customers. And I want to give you a flavor of, for those who don't know, haven't come across this before, where we play in that space. And so Fast Track as a team, we're part of engineering, we are part of the product, we understand where we're going strategically within the product, but what we're there to do is learn from and drive the best practice and the guidance to help you land that success with customers. And we do that in a number of ways. So we start with driving through guidance, the practices we've seen, the experiences that we've had working with our customers, and let you benefit from that and share it. So we do it through guidance, through documentation, although I've started to realize that we are missing a chapter in that around the magic tricks, but thankfully we do have in our partner-led a magician in our team, so I'll be getting on with Paul Murray to add to that later on. We've also, though, got Success by Design, where it's a methodology and approach for you to land that very experience that we can do as well. And so the ask for all of you out there landing implementations with our customers is to take Success by Design and use that in your implementations. It codifies all the experience we're seeing, all the best practices to set you up for success, both to start with, but going forward in time as well. And the key point is it's a virtuous circle. We then help land Success by Design. We learn from it, we build on it, we bring that back through the cycle. And all of this is built around the very product that the guys have been talking about that we're building and landing going forward. But the key to this is why we're doing it. And what we are there to do is, with all of that, is not audit you and audit to see if you did it right. We want to get engaged early, and we want to be helping you guide success. That's key to us, is being involved early, helping you make the right decisions early, and let you land the value there. Spotting risks, identifying solutions to them before they become problems. So one takeaway I would leave you with is where we've seen it in the past, people thinking that we're driving this and doing Success by Design as an audit of failure. We really are not. We're there to be shoulder and shoulder with you, collaborating with the partners and the customers to land that success, so guide you towards a successful outcome. Please do go and look at the implementation guide, it is where we've written an awful lot of the guidances, the best practices, the case studies, the history that we've been through to get to where we are. There's an awful lot of guidance there, building out all of the things that will help you understand where we think the product can land the most value for people. So please do go and embrace that and learn it, and we continue to evolve it as the practices and the experiences change. And related to that, one of the parts we do is to land wherever there's new innovation. We've been talking about all the ChatGPT innovations we're doing. An example of that on our side is we've been driving Viva Sales, we've been driving Sales Copilot. But it's not just landing the adoption. It's been landing the adoption, but learning the lessons. You can see the architecture guides that we've now produced jointly with the engineering teams to talk about all of both the guidance of how the product works, but also the experiences we've had of landing that with customers. What are the challenges they face? What are the blockers they need to overcome? And we've been landing that in guidance, and in the process, driving the prioritization of the right features for you to land what you need to do. So we've been head and shoulders prioritizing the extensibility of Viva Sales, the compliance work that we need to do to land Sales Copilot. That's the kind of work we can do by being part of those engagements, driving that learnings back so that you can all benefit from it. So I'm going to leave you with a thought, which is just how we want to engage with you. The earlier we get involved, the more we can help you get to a successful outcome, the more we can help you identify risks. And risks to us are not a bad thing. Any IT project will have those. The more that you can help us identify those, we can help you get to a good outcome of it. The more you share with us, the more that we can help you do that as well. We can only do it with the context we've got. But that also gives us the insight of why you're trying to do it to help our engineering teams make the products better. And that is all done in the spirit of transparency. Please share. Please give us that insight and give us it openly. We'll do the same to you because we want to take those learnings and hand it back. And that all goes back into the insights of we can only do this as a team if the band's all together. So please do let us know and engage with us, and we want to help you become successful. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Molly, and this is Liz, and we are with Dynamics User Group, also known as Doug. We are so excited to be a part of this incredible first ever DynamicsMinds event. Please take a moment to thank our wonderful hosts for putting on such a great conference. We are currently hosting DynamicsCon Live over in the United States, but we wanted to make sure and take a minute to say hello from across the pond and tell you a little bit about our global online community.
That's right, Molly. Doug is a community for users and partners. We are independent from Microsoft, and we are focused on professional and personal development for those using and implementing Microsoft Dynamics 365, Dynamics GP, as well as the Power Platform. We currently have 40,000 members and are very happily growing rapidly worldwide. So let's take a minute and check into a couple of the Doug program offering.
Excellent. Thanks, Liz. We will kick off with talking about our Doug Meetups program. So this is the opportunity for you to connect on that localized level with fellow user members, learning about the product, networking, and again, bringing you together in your local town, virtually and or in person. This is again completely free to attend with your Doug membership. And this is Doug's fastest growing program to date with over 7,000 members.
And then our next program is our online discussion forums. This is actually where Doug started about 25 years ago. It's a really wonderful place for you to post questions and interact with other members of the community. We have several subject matter experts that are in the community that are more than happy to help you with all of your questions. Our discussion forums include approximately 20,000 individuals, so please be sure to join all of them today.
Excellent. And if conferences are more your speed, we have, of course, our DynamicsCon events. You might know us from hosting the DynamicsCon virtual conferences. These, again, are free to our entire community. These have definitely a global reach with presenters and attendees from all over the world. We see on average 6,500 registrations, and our next and sixth DynamicsCon virtual event will be held in the fall of 2024. Or if you are over virtual conferences, we do have our DynamicsCon live events. Liz and I are currently hosting the third DynamicsCon Live event, which of course covers Dynamics 365, Dynamics GP, and all of the Power Apps. We are going to be hosting our next in-person conference May 13th through the 16th in 2024 in Denver, Colorado in the United States.
And last but certainly not least is our very brand new program that we are just launching this week called Doug Webinars. This is a virtual way for you to connect with community members year-round and really make sure that you are staying tuned with education and new product content. Again, this is another one of our free programs. Be sure to sign up and check out the webinar schedule as well as create your free membership by visiting dynamicsusergroup.com, and you'll be able to get access to all of the Doug programs. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you around the Doug community again soon. Bye.
Hello, everyone. It's Heather Cook here from the Power Platform and Dynamics 365 community team. I wanted to say a big welcome to all of you here at the Dynamic Minds conference. I know it's going to be an awesome week, and we've got such great programming from the community and our Microsoft speakers. Please check out Dona Sarkar's session. I know you're all going to, so that's going to be great. And really, truly, just thank you to all of you in the community. You're part of the best community in tech. And I love it that we're all working together always to share information, to network, to help each other. Just thank you to each one of you for everything you do. And a big thank you to our organizers here. These conferences are so awesome, and it's great to have technical skilling and networking and all the goodness these things bring, where we belong to something a little bit larger than ourselves about things that we're passionate about. So just wanted to say welcome, thank you, and have a great week. And I will see you in the community at some time soon. Woo woo.
Well, how was that? Yeah, definitely the most interesting keynote you've ever been a part of. Okay, so last night, somebody who will not be named told me that every time I mentioned the word AI, they're going to take a shot. And you know what I said? Do not threaten me with a good time. AI, 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 AI. Okay, so here's a question. How many of you think that AI is the most important thing since fire or electricity? No one raise your hand, please. No one, right? But go look up who said that. It was a big tech CEO, and they just said it 2 weeks ago. And to that I say, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Because yes, it feels like AI is having a moment. It feels like everyone is getting an AI. You get an AI, and you get an AI, you definitely get an AI. I mean, Business Central has an AI, no beef, but just pointing out, like, everyone's gotten the Copilot treatment. When SharePoint got a Copilot, I'm like, wow, right? Wow. And now all these PMs are gonna send me mean email being like, don't make fun of my product. But listen, Wendy's has an AI, McDonald's has an AI, Walmart has an AI. And enough of this talk every day, right? On the daily, we wake up, and the first headline is, new Copilot just dropped, right? Like, look at the number of Copilots. And for those of you who can't see the screen right now, there's about 46 Copilots that have been announced since February 5th, 2023. That is 3 months of Copilots. That's not that much. And tomorrow at 5 p.m., all of y'all should be tuning into Build, because there will be a lot more announcements, specifically Windows, Power BI, Azure Data, and a whole bunch of other surprises. So this list is going to double. It's going to triple. And when we see this in the news, we might feel this deep sense of FOMO. Like, I'm not working in this space. I'm not pushing my customers into this space. Am I doing it wrong? Are we getting left behind by not participating in the most important thing since fire or electricity, right? I feel that this is very literally my job. This is where I live, this space all day, every day. And I will tell you what I and all of my friends who work in responsible and ethical and inclusive AI will tell you. And we use this image a lot. The first rule of AI is don't use AI. Honestly, don't. And here is my number one reason. Because it's expensive and unpredictable, like me. But also, honestly, unless there's a very, very solid business reason to use AI, I recommend you don't. Because jamming AI into all existing products, it's an option, you can do it, but your costs will go up a lot more than you think. I do have a job at Microsoft where I work in this field, but I also run my own business. And I did an experiment for 2 months where I switched many of my business processes to use AI. Yes, I saved some time, and guess what? I did not save myself any money. My costs went up and up and up. Sure, time, money trade-off. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. But when you're thinking about how to implement AI into your business, into your products, into the things you're making for your customers, please factor in what that cost is going to look like over time. It is a very important thing that I wish that more people talked about and thought about. And I know all the execs in the front row like, Donna, what are you doing? And they're like, you didn't tell us this is what you're going to talk about. But listen, I lead the accessibility tech and the inclusive AI team at Microsoft. And we babysit 4,000 products, 4,000. And those 46 co-pilots that just dropped are just the newest members of our family, okay? And like any good shepherd of a whole bunch of products and things, it's my job to teach you all the best way to use them so your businesses are successful. That is our only metric of success, is are you successful? Because if you're not, we have failed. We have failed at business leaders, we've failed at community leaders, we've just failed spectacularly. And we can't, in good faith, stand up in front of you and tell you things that are not going to help your business. So that's all the fear-mongering I'm gonna do today. But I would love to ask you to do 3 things for me. 1, as we talk about AI, and I'm gonna have all of you repeat this word for me, it's a basic responsible AI principle, and it is called anthropomorphize. That means giving AI human characteristics. And the reason you don't want to do this is because that takes away the responsibility of the real bad actors, and that's us. Bad AI is created by bad humans, or unknowing humans. It's created by biased humans, because product development is inherently biased. So when you're creating a product that scales at scale, suddenly that bias is at scale. So I'm going to have you repeat with me. Morph, eyes. Don't anthropomorphize AI. All right? Let's not do it. And when you see others do it, just smack that down right away, because that is the quickest way for us to lose control and believe that this technology that is a whole bunch of zeros and ones are going to take over the world and be more important than fire or electricity. The basic design of responsible AI is actually really, really straightforward. The first thing to do is to identify what are some potential harms that this AI could be causing. Is it unfairly biasing against one group of people? Is it spreading misinformation? Is it telling you things that probably not appropriate to be talking about in an enterprise space? So first is identifying harms. The second one is measuring how often do they happen and who do they happen to? The third one is mitigating. How can you prevent it or how can you filter it? And the fourth one is what is a group of people you can test with in the wild and get their feedback and iterate and make your product better? And I know this topic gets really heavy and everyone's like, Donna, my God, you and your topics. But honestly, the products we are building with our co-pilots and the products that you're gonna build with your AI and in general, I really do hope you think about the 6 categories of humans that I talk about over and over again and figure out how will these people use these products? Because these people have something that all of your other customers do, and that is money and needs. So first, because I work in accessibility, I'm gonna talk about people with disabilities, over 1 billion in the world, including all of you all out there with neurodiversity and mental health concerns, which is about 50% of this room. So second category I'm gonna talk about is people with different connectivity standards. Not everyone in the world is connected. And one of the things my friend LaShawn said the other day that I thought was so smart is there is a $1 million business is someone who can build an offline generative AI product. There's a $1 million business in that. There's probably a $1 billion business in that. So if that's something someone wants to build, please hit me up, because there is a wonderful, wonderful set of industries who are dying for you. The third one, as we were talking about in a very exciting conversation last night, it's just not available to people. Not available in parts of Europe, not available in South America. So how are we systematically leaving people out already from the AI race at the very, very beginning? The fourth one is there's people from different race, gender, who are not part of the equation of training models. So how are we unfairly biasing against these people in ways we don't even expect? Are we validating our products to make sure we are not? And the sixth one is, are we giving young people information they don't need? Or is our AI potentially ageist? And the sixth one that many of you will resonate with is, this is a very high-tech literacy sense of products that we are building in the world today. And how can we make it a little more approachable to those of us in the world who do not have computer science backgrounds, who haven't been in the dynamic space for 20 years? How can they use it without feeling a sense of fear and foreboding, and this thing is gonna take my job? So, because it's me, there's always homework. There's always homework. And I'm gonna leave you with 3 assignments today. 1, learn to use 1 to 2 AI products, that's it. You don't need to learn every single one. And figure out what are some born in AI things that you can build? Don't just jam it into every last offering you make, but think of things that cannot be done with software today, but can be done with AI. Second thing is, build AI products inclusively and responsibly. And the third is, if you'd like to learn how to do that with hands-on code in JavaScript, mostly modifying, come join me at my workshop called Your Bot as a Service tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here with me. And now I'm keeping you from the most important speaker of the day. I'm going to bring up my colleague Monique Hayward with a very exciting announcement.
Thank you, Donna. That was absolutely incredible and an amazing segue into my piece to talk about women in dynamics. So this is an incredibly important initiative, and not just for the obvious reasons, but because it is a journey that all of us are on together to ensure that we are as inclusive as we can possibly be as we continue to build and grow our businesses. So Women in Dynamics started a couple of years ago, actually, at the Directions EMEA event. And since then, we have now 184 member companies. And the mission is simple. We want to take this community and make it the most diverse in the world and shine a light on the amazing opportunities that we have to help build the next generation of business leaders and ensure that they have the right skills, they have the right experience to ensure that this community persists beyond our careers, which are eventually going to end. I'm not trying to work forever. I mean, maybe 10 years, maybe, I think. We'll see. Depends on the money. And so let's just talk a little bit about where we are right now, because we have made some progress in the last couple of years that we have been focused on Women in Dynamics as an initiative, but we still have quite a ways to go. So first, we don't really have a lot of progress that we can report on entry-level positions in our community. We still have work to do when it comes to mid-level opportunities, because we are losing people once they actually get to a certain level in the corporation or in the business and decide that they have no opportunity to continue to progress and to continue to move forward in their careers. Also, half the community doesn't even have representation at the leadership level, and even more than that, 3% of women in the C-suite at our companies in the Dynamics community. So we've also learned that diversity and inclusion is not something that can be forced upon people. Formal structures and a lot of programming or over-programming doesn't really work. And what we really need to do is to instill a culture of inclusivity in our businesses to ensure that we are successful in the long term. And so this is an us thing. This is not an us thing. This is a, what was that? Oh, it's gone. Okay. Well, what is happening right now? It's magic, I know, right? Oh, I'm losing everything. Oh, dear. Just go with it. I mean, we've been in this craziness for the last hour or so. May as well keep going with the crazy. I don't even think I need the slides at this point. I'll just tell you what's going on. So essentially, it is up to us, and it is up to us to ensure that we are all in this community together. And we have a construct called this. And the T stands for track. That means that we need to track our progress. The next letter is H. That is for hiring diverse talent. Then the next letter is I. That means that you want to create an immersive inclusivity culture within your organizations. And S is stop the dropout. Ensure that people are not leaving the business at this most critical juncture where we have capacity issues, we have talent shortages, and we have all kinds of craziness that we need to make sure that we are staying on top of. So there it is. So this is a slide that Vicki Critchley, who is the godmother of Women in Dynamics and my sister from another mister, she could not be here with us this week, but she absolutely has, put it on the line for all of us and has been an incredible role model in driving this initiative. And we want to be sure that we are embracing this opportunity and making sure that this change is really going to happen. And so here at the DynamicsMinds conference, we have a couple of fantastic sessions, and we are actually, Women in Dynamics, the sponsors of the party tonight. So make sure that you get your t-shirt if you haven't gotten it yet, because we want everybody to be representing. And the party, I believe, is taking place just right out here on the boardwalk. And then we've got an amazing mentoring session so that you can understand how mentoring is critical to retaining talent in your organization. And with that said, thank you very much. This is, I believe, the end.
Lady Morgan. Thank you. Sorry, I found them. Yes.
Okay, I think that's my cue.
Yes. karaoke later on? Yeah? Can I join? Yeah? All right, so I'm just going to tell you your menu, and then we're about to wrap this thing up. Thank you, guys. Applause. Woo-hoo! For starters, you are getting soup. Mushroom tomato noodle soup. Our plate of local olive cheese. Prosciutto crackers, warm-up kiss. Luncheon tartare with walnut oil. Asparagus in olive oil. Some honey and some orange juice. Green apple, mint and some couscous. Fresh from the garden salad comes. You can have anything you like. From chicken in it and some cheese. To fresh tomatoes and basil. Have gnocchi, lamb, pork and chicken. Tarragon and a hot goat. Vierne schnitzel and some fries. Fuji, truffles, scallops, rice. And then to make it all complete, you'll get dessert, be sure of it. Brick Mouria layer cake or cream. A scoop of ice cream in between. Some strawberries, tiramisu. An apple strudel just for you. We eat so good you will want more. Bon appetit, baba, enjoy. Some gnocchi, lamb, pork and Gilchrist. Tarragon and a hot goat. Vierne schnitzel and some fries. Fuji, truffles, scallops, rice. Oh, we also have some tasty wines. Be sure to have some red or whites. From Cabernet Refoche, Merlot to Malvasia and Pinot. A bit of coffee with dessert to help digest you, stay alert. The day is done, but night is young. Be careful not to get too drunk. Eat gnocchi, lamb, pork and chicken. Tarragon and a hot goat. Vierne schnitzel and some fries. Fuji, truffles, scallops, rice. Eat gnocchi, lamb, pork and chicken. Tarragon and a hot goat. Vierne schnitzel and some fries. Fuji, truffles, scallops, rice. Maybe I'll come without my band, okay? Yes. Right, thank you. Thank you.